In this video, I'm going to be ranking Dubai's best and worst communities for families so you pick the right place when you move to Dubai. If it already sounds like this video is going to interest you or maybe others, make sure you smash the subscribe button, like it, and you can drop a comment straight away if you're gassed to see what's coming up next. Now guys, this is another installment into the Dubai Blueprint series. If you're not aware of the series, this series is to help people that are thinking about making the move to Dubai or already making the move to Dubai. The videos on this series can help you. A link for the playlist should come up on your screen now, or it will be in the description below. Now, before we continue, the things that make it the best community for you and the worst community for you are subjective and personal to you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to point out the main features that most families think about when moving to Dubai. Now, straight from the top of the video, who am I? My name's Tayo Oguntonode. I run a platform called Bricks with Tips with my wife, Antoinette, and we've been in property for over 10 years now. We've recently launched BWT Real Estate because we've been helping families move over to Dubai. If that sounds like something you, yourself, your family, or even yourself if you're single, right, could benefit from, then make sure you hit the link below for a free consultation if you are planning to buy, invest, move to Dubai. We can speak to you and we can guide you. So guys, let's get into it. The few things that you need to be thinking about if you are moving to Dubai as a family. The first thing is proximity to schools, right? Your child is going to have to get to school at some way, right? Whether that's the school bus, whether you're dropping them themselves, whether you have a driver, that distance is always going to play part into it, right? Some people with older children may be comfortable their child traveling 45 minutes. Some people with younger children may prefer 10 minutes. Some people may want a balance between their work and their home, right? Or a nursery or school that's on the way to work. These are things that you need to consider and are going to influence your decision. So the reason why we mention best and worst is that if you're 1 hour and 15 minutes away from your school or the where you need to drop your kids and it's in the opposite direction from work, then that community that you've chosen may actually be the worst in Dubai for you. Many things to consider when it comes to schools in Dubai. The curriculum, you have a UK curriculum, you have IB, you have Australian, Indian, you have German, you have different curriculums, which are super important. The next thing you want to look at is the KHDA ratings, which is the Dubai inspection body for schools to see how the school is rated, which can help you compare between schools. Now, the next one you want to think about is for yourself. Put the child first, you see, but then for yourself, commute times to work, right? This is something that's super important. Now, if you are somebody who's come over to Dubai and you are completely remote, you actually don't do any physical work in Dubai, then at that point, you may be open to communities that aren't so close to Marina or aren't so close to downtown or aren't so close to Business Bay, right? If you need to go into the office 5 days a week and you choose a community that is 1 hour and 15 minutes away from the office, look, 1 hour and 15 minutes in Dubai is a long time. And if you're moving from another country where 1 hour and 15 minutes is fine, that is the case, but you will adapt when you come to Dubai, right? To Dubai, in Dubai, 20 minutes is a calm drive, right? Anything 30 minutes, you're thinking like, rah, like, it's kind of far out. So with that being said, the next thing you want to think about is how far you are from work. Next, we're going into the softer facts, and we will be going through some communities to recommend them to you, right? But the next one on the softer facts is the lifestyle and the pace of life, right? Do you like something that's quite busy, or do you like something that's chilled? Do you like a bit of nature? Do you like lazy river? Do you like walking tracks in your community or cycling tracks in your community? Do you want something that's got like a fitness element to it? Do you love the greenery? Do you want to see palm trees everywhere? Are you more comfortable with the fact that there's kids playing out all the time, so you feel that this is where your kids will be able to fit in as well? Now, I know I mentioned this video is for families, but some adults are still partying, right? So maybe you want to be close to downtown. So if you want to go out for a drink, you can. And the truth is that if you are moving from a family, I can only speak for the UK, if you're moving from a family, as a family from the UK to the UAE, and I know it's not for everybody, but if you plan to get a nanny, guess what? Your dates are coming back. Your date nights are being rejuvenated. So that's something to consider as well. Next up, of course, amenities, pools, gyms, and things like that is a standard, but some people got crazy amenities, lazy rivers, malls. I said mall is an amenity, but yeah, it's crazy. But there are loads of different amenities. You can have outdoor gyms, lots of different things, right? And it can enhance the experience. So you may want to base your decision on that as well. Two more things before we get into the big one. The first is whether you want an apartment or villa, which is an obvious choice. The second one is one that's quite interesting, right? The feel and the culture, right? Some people want to be in a community that is known for expats from the country they've moved from, right? Does that make sense? So they may not want to choose a community that is going to feel very, very foreign for them. They want to choose a community that may, for example, if you come from Britain, that has a lot of British expats that and a lot of these things are linked to schools as well, because people normally pick a property that's close to a school. So quite often than not, just off the top of my head, Gems Metropole is close to Arabian Ranches too, right? And Gems Metropole is a British school, right? So what you may find is that a lot of Brits live in Arabian Ranches too, because it's very close to Gems Metropole, if that makes sense. And these things can definitely make an impact on how you live in these communities, if that makes sense. Finally, the big one, the budget. Now, this is the budget whether you are renting or whether you're buying. And as we go through these areas, we will map out both of those as well. Now, just to give you some insight on the next section, we're going to rank it by budget. Now, it does by no means worst to best. It's just by budget, because people are often going to have a budget that may be quite rigid at times. So we thought it'd be best to rank it by budget. And in this video, you'll be able to see which areas you could look out for based on the budget. Let's go for it. Now, I will put conversions on the screen, but just so you know, roughly, this is very rough. 1 million AED is around £200,000, right? You just divide it by 5 and that will give you a rough figure, but I'll be putting the exact figures as of today on the screen. Also, to know about the prices we'll be speaking about, that's as of recording this video. If you watch this video a bit later on down the line, or maybe I'll release it a bit later, they may have changed a little bit, they may have changed a lot, but this is as of recording the video. Before I go into it as well, guys, if you feel overwhelmed, do not worry. If you are looking to move to Dubai, as mentioned before, we have now opened BWT Real Estate, so you can reach out to us for a free consultation where we can help you whether you're looking to rent or buy in Dubai. Let's get into it. Budget one, between 60 and 90,000 AED in rent, and between 600K and 1 million if you're looking to buy. Budget one is going to focus on apartments first to make it as affordable as possible, right? So we're looking at 2-bed apartments. Where can you get 2-bed apartments in this range for rent and buy-in? One of the ones that people opt for is International City. It's a themed community and it's really, really affordable actually when you consider prices back in the UK and so on and so forth. It's not far away, but it is a bit further out. This is really a no-frills, affordable community for people that just want an entry point into Dubai, want to see what it's like. It will come with longer commutes because it is on the outside. It has basic amenities like schools, but your child they may not be international schools, so bear that in mind. But it does have markets and things like that. A fun fact about International City is that each cluster represents a certain country and has themes of that country. So, for example, you may have China with Chinese architecture, which is quite cool. I'll do a fun fact for every community actually. Next up, also in that bracket, is Dubai South. Now, I think I might have to. I will do a whole video on Dubai South. Dubai South is somewhere that for me is very, very exciting, especially as a property investor myself. Dubai South is quite far from what is happening in Dubai, right? Where you're thinking of like Business Bay and things like that. It is quite far, but it's quite far today. I always mention to people that 40 years ago, Dubai was a desert. Look at what Dubai is today. And that was simply from the vision of the leaders. Those same leaders have now said that, look, everything is moving south in Dubai. That's the vision. And it started with Expo City in 2020. They're pushing further. I always mention to people as well, DXB is one of the busiest airports there is globally. They are shutting down DXB and opening up Al Maktoum Airport, which is 5 times bigger. Al Maktoum Airport is in Dubai South. They are also going to be looking to introduce many businesses in that area as well. So if you buy in Dubai South today, you could be buying something with a lot of foresight. Think about if you live in the UK, home counties or Dagenham, way before Dagenham was what it was today, right? The kind of way that people think about it is if you missed out on Marina, if you missed out on Business Bay, if you missed out on downtown, Dubai South is another chance. And if you're interested in buying in Dubai South, I actually have a member of staff that specializes in Dubai South only, and they can give you tailored advice on buying in Dubai South if you are a family or if you just want to invest as well. So make sure you just click the link in the description. Next up, budget 2. And in budget 2, we're going to look at a mixture between apartments and villas because we're up in the price a little bit, right? So for budget 2, we're looking at between 80k and 160k for renting. And we're looking at between 1 million and 3 million if you're buying, right? First area, Town Square. I'm a big fan of Town Square, I can't lie to you. Been Town Square very many times. Showed clients around Town Square. I've got clients that have bought in Town Square as well. Apartments and villas in Town Square. But in this price bracket, we're speaking about 2-bed apartments, right? That can be great for smaller families. Now, Town Square is very, very family orientated. They stamped that by putting a massive Ferris wheel in there as well. They have supermarkets, clinics, shops, coffee shops, all there for you. And it is a modernly designed community and has modern properties as well. Fun fact about Town Square, it has over 500 acres of green space. And there is a school coming that's going to be within the community, which can be super, super helpful for people who want to have a school in their community so they don't have to worry about long commutes and things like that, which we mentioned, or long drop-offs, should I say, and things like that, which we mentioned at the top of the video. Next up in budget 2, another one which I really, really like, Azizi Riviera 2-bed apartments. Now, you may be able to sneak a 3-bed here between 130 and 150,000 AED if you are renting. If you're renting, the 2-beds are around 100,000 AED-ish. Now, Azizi Riviera is a development with loads of blocks of apartments, but the commercial space underneath each of these apartments or each of these blocks makes it really, really good for newcomers into Dubai. And I personally know a lot of families that actually live there. Families are free and it works for them, right? Why I love Azizi Riviera, it has everything you need by way of 24/7 supermarkets. It has paddle courts, basketball court, table tennis. Every block has its own gym and swimming pool. So it has a level of living that is good at that budget for starting out in Dubai. Fun fact about Azizi Riviera, it was inspired by French Riviera. So look, if you like a bit of French Riviera, you might be able to feel a little bit of it there as well. Finally, in budget 2, we're going to go on to the villa that's going to make a feature at this price range, which is kind of crazy. And it's in none other than JVC. JVC, aka Jumeirah Village Circle, is one of Dubai's popular affordable communities. It's popular for being affordable, right? Which is super, super important. And it's in a decent location as well. I think one thing that JVC does offer is that it's close to Jumeirah schools, right? Which can be very, very useful for families as well. Super, super useful. Now, pricing wise, your 3-bed villa could cost you as low as about 165,000 AED per year. To buy that same villa would be about 2.7 million. Now, one thing I will say about JVC is that because it is one of the most famous affordable places, you will find that there's a lot of people that move from Dubai, from other countries to JVC as their first stop because it allows them to move and work and it's affordable, right? Now, for some people, this is a pro. For some people, it's a con. I'll leave that to yourself to decide. Fun fact about JVC, it has over 30 landscape parks, which is a lot for a single community. How could I forget, though? We have a final contender in this budget range. 4-bed villas that fit in this budget range. And obviously, if you know a little bit about Dubai, it's in no other than Damac Hills 2. Now, Damac Hills 2 is a bit further out, right? I'd say to get to Business Bay, Damac Hills 2, you're probably looking at, depending on traffic, between 40 and 50 minutes, right? Which, as I mentioned earlier, is long in Dubai. But what do you get for that, right? You can get a 4-bed villa starting as low as like 140,000 AED per year. And you can buy some of the older ones at 1.5 million AED and some of the newer ones at 2.5 million AED. Now, this gives you a lot of space, and Damac Hills 2 is known for building a community that you don't actually have to leave. I mean, you could do a lot in Damac Hills 2. There's lazy river. I know there's a wave pool for the kids. I know you can even go fishing there. There's football cages. There's lots in Dubai, in Damac Hills 2. And a lot of that is because They know that it's quite far and they made sure that they gave you everything that you need, right? So you don't have to leave. Now, if you are someone that's coming over and you are mainly remote, you don't need to be in the office 5 times a week, then maybe the Mac Hills 2 can work for you. If you're someone that needs to go in every single day, then maybe that you can be a bit resilient and firm it, or maybe it's going to be one of the worst areas for you. Only you can decide, and hopefully this video helps you do that. Fun fact about the Mac Hills 2 is that it's the OG when it comes to Dubai's green-inspired communities. They were the trendsetters of it. So if that's something that you value, then go check out the Mac Hills 2. Next up, budget free, and this is the middle budget that we're going to be speaking about. So we are talking about rent between 200,000 and maybe about 400,000 per year, and buy-in between about 3.5 million and 5 million AED. So let's get into it. So next up, we're going to be looking at 4-bed villas, and the first one we're going to look at is Villa Nova. Now, in this price range, we're looking at rent between 200k and about 300k, and we're looking at buying between about 3.5 million and 5 million. Now, to buy in Villa Nova, the prices start about 3.5 million. Your rent's going to start about 200k per annum. Now, Villa Nova is a popular community in Dubai land. The expat community is really, really rich. And you'll find that it's got everything that you need, several parks within it, swimming pools for each cluster within Villa Nova, a Villa Nova mall, and it's got a nursery in the mall as well. And it has a lot of greenery and it's quite clean as well. It is one of the favorites, especially given the budget as well. And it is close to quite a few schools that are local, like GEMS Metropole Al Waha, GEMS First Point, and so on and so forth. Fun fact about Villanova, it's meant to be like a mini European town, and that kind of reflects in how it's modern as well, with modern finishes throughout the properties. Next up, Arabian Ranches. Once again, the rent's starting roughly around 200k per year. Buying is slightly more expensive. 3.7 million to start buying. It is an EMAR development, so it does come with that premium price tag. But with that premium price tag, you do have premium finishes as well. Arabian Ranches has a really nice expat community feel as well, with the communal pools. I believe one of the communal pools has a lazy river, which the children would love. Children and adults, should I say. So that's something that people need to consider when it comes to Arabian Ranches 3 as well. Their local mall, the Arabian Ranches 3 souk. Very, very stylish, should I say. It's very quiet and unique. It's not that big. It's not as big as some of the malls that we're going to come on to, but it does offer something that residents can go and visit and go and get a Starbucks, go to Boots, go to Joe and the Juice, and so on and so forth. Fun fact about Arabian Ranches 3 is that it was the first ever EMAR community to have a lazy river, so they really wanted to do something special with that one, and I believe they did as well. Next up, guys, budget 4. Now, in budget 4, the rent isn't changing too much, between 250k and 400k per year. The buy price, though, we're looking at about 4.5 million AED, and it can span up to 10 million, to be quite honest with you. Here's why. First up, Dubai Hills Estate. You could get a 4-bed villa, Dubai Hills Estate, for about 260,000 AED for the year. And to buy that same villa, it's going to be about 5.5 million. So that'd be like a Maple villa, right? Which will, in actual fact, is a townhouse, right? Maple townhouse, sorry. UK terms, we're mixing up townhouses and villa. So that'd be a townhouse. But one thing to note is that not everything in Dubai Hills Estate, or many communities, are the same. So in the same estate, you could get a villa for 9 million, 10 million, 11 million. However, speaking of Dubai Hills Estate, this is an EMAR development. Super, I wouldn't say super prestigious, but definitely Dubai Hills Estate. Maybe it's the name, maybe it's when it came about, but its reputation is well known in Dubai. Like, people in the UK know about Dubai Hills Estate. It's got a championship golf course on it, which is super important, and a big win as well. It's got my favorite mall in Dubai. Dubai Mall is amazing, but for me, Dubai Mall is too big, too busy. Dubai Hills Mall is the mall that I choose to go to. And think about it, that mall is within someone's community. And within that mall, they've got huge cinema, cinemas where they'll come and serve you food while you're watching the movie. They've got a roller coaster in the cinema. That's very, very Dubai, right? There's a roller coaster inside the cinema that's inside the community that you live in. Like, it's a little bit mad, but that's Dubai for you, right? It's quite close to downtown, and it also has a hospital within it as well. So it has King's College Hospital, London, Dubai. Yes, that is also within Dubai Hills Estate. Finally, it's very, very close to great schools like King's School and Gems Wellington Academy. I keep saying my fun facts earlier. The fun fact about Dubai Hills Estate is either it's got a roller coaster within the mall or the championship golf course, as I mentioned earlier. Next up, a development that will run you 4.75 million to buy or 230,000 AED per annum to rent, Talau Al Gaf. An up-and-coming development that's becoming hugely popular with families, especially expat families. I'd say it's not as established and vibrant with expats as like Arabian Ranches 3, Villanova, but it's definitely getting there. It's definitely up and coming. Now, this offers resort-like living. Like, you'll literally feel like you're on holiday because it's got a lagoon with things like swim zones, kayaking. It is amazing, to be quite honest with you. It also has a good school, Royal Grammar School, Guildford, located within the community, which is going to be a huge plus for families if they are interested in that school as well. And one of the great things about it is that it's located along Hesse Street, making it have great access, to be quite honest with you. Hesse Street is one of the most popular streets that people use in Dubai, and that gives it great road links, which is going to be hugely beneficial today and in the future. Fun fact, 70,000 square meter lagoon with crystal waters. Crazy. One of the first of its kind in Dubai. I'm going to do 2 honorable mentions in this section as well. Honorable mention for Arabian Ranches 2, which is like the more traditional style of property in Dubai. It's not as modern as Arabian Ranches 3. And you'll find that Arabian Ranches 2 is where a lot of people that moved to Dubai quite some time ago do live. Now, Arabian Ranches 2 buying, starting out, keyword starting at 4.5 million AED and rent starting at around 250,000 AED. Next up, another honorable mention, the Villa, which is in Dubai land. The Villa is very popular because it's villas only, no townhouses. Villas are standalone, so no, it's not semi-detached or anything. Your property isn't connected to anything. And because of that, it does fetch a price tag starting around 6.5 million to buy, and renting is roughly about 250,000 AED and upwards. Now, the Villa, another honorable mention, it's very, very unique because it's built like Spanish villas. So even the road names are like Hacienda 8 or whatever it may be. And they've also got a nursery within the villa, which is Emirates British Nursery. And they've got a school very, very close neighbouring it called Gems First Point. Finally, budget 5. And for budget 5, we're going to be looking at 5-bed villas, just to spice it up a little bit. So first on the list for budget 5, we're going to look at Jumeirah Golf Estates. Now, they're still developing on Jumeirah Golf Estates, so it does present an opportunity for people that are buying something for the future, that want to buy off-plan. And at BWT Real Estate, we do off-plan as well. So if you want to have those discussions, make sure you click the link in the description. Now, generally speaking, you're going to be looking at about 700,000 AED to rent, and roughly about 8 million upwards to buy. The development itself is known, quite frankly, for affluent families and golf enthusiasts, and it's built around 2 championship golf courses as well. So it's hugely popular with the golf community, hence the word golf in the name of the development. JGE, Jumeirah Golf Estates. Fun fact, it actually hosts the DP World Championship, the final tournament of the European Tour, which is a golf competition, and it's highly, highly prestigious. That can help you think about the longevity of an investment in an area like that as well. Next up, District 1, Mohammed bin Rashid City. 5 bedrooms. You're probably going to be looking about 1 million to 1.2 million AED per year to rent. Buying, it does vary, but you're probably looking about 16, 17 million to buy. Now, District 1 is built around the world's largest man-made lagoon, and it's minutes away from downtown, which is insane as well. Look, it is built for high net worth families that want quick access to the city, and while there are no major schools within the community, it's very close to schools like Dubai International School, Heartland International as well, which are good schools. And for our final one of the day, you know it had to make a feature, Palm Jumeirah, renting from 1 million AED per year. Purchase starts around 30 million AED, with the highest on the market right now being 170 million AED, and the most expensive ever sold being 330 million AED. Now, the Palm needs no introduction whatsoever. It hosts some of the most exclusive properties in Dubai. On the fronts, you'll find villas that are all backed on to a man-made beach, which is really, really unreal. You have to stay there to experience it. The Palm Jumeirah definitely falls in the ultra luxury category with 5-star amenities on your doorsteps, be it water sports, be it beach clubs on your doorsteps, Michelin star restaurants, some of the best hotels are also around the corner from you as well. It's all happening on the Palm. Where families are concerned, one thing I will say is that there are some nurseries on the Palm. Most children will go to school in areas quite close, like Al Barsha, for example. Guys, hopefully you found that video useful and hopefully it's given you some insight. For those of you that were wondering, how am I going to remember all of this? You don't need to. This is why you have consultants in place. And as mentioned before, I've got a team of consultants for BWT Real Estate based in the UK and UAE that can walk you through this and just help you turn your answers, your thoughts into the best property for you to buy or rent. So if you need that, please do reach out using a link in the description, and we'll see you on the next installment of the Dubai Blueprint series. See you then.